Alright. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Hot Corners Dynasty here, and today we kick off year number 4 here. As we're coming off a losing season in year 3, we ended up finishing with the worst record in the league at 5-11 after 2 back-to-back years to start the series with division championships and a playoff appearance. So year 4, we came in, we made some moves in the off-season. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team screen here so that you can see the moves that were made. We added starting third baseman Vanessa Copeland. We added, let's see, who else did we bring in? We also brought in starting first baseman Khalil Rogers. He'll be our DH because he's not a very good fielder. We brought in starting first baseman Julian Lafayette. Brought in a backup middle infielder here in Tyree Freeman. He's going to be playing second fiddle. He's also a utility player, so he can really sub in anywhere. We also brought in a young shortstop to be the backup here, Dawson Longstroke. He's a rookie as well. And then we also brought in veteran Snag Roper to come play the shortstop position for us, as we realized we need an offensive weapon here at short. He's also a very good fielder to boot. And then looking at the pitching lineup, we brought in Rent Hatter. We brought in rookie pitcher Hassan Hester. So 2 rookies right here to complement Connor Frazier Jr. and Carlito Carr. And then we also brought in rookie reliever Nico Plow. So we have shored up, hopefully, all the weaknesses that our team had. We're probably still weak in certain areas, but we won't know that until we get to the team overall screen when we get to the first game. So let's go ahead and start the simulating here as we get through the first couple of computer games. And the Heaters beat the Wide Loads 5-2 to start off the opening season. Buzzards win 7-2 over the Jacks. Sawteeth shut out the Moonstars 3-0 in a playoff rematch. Overdogs beat the Platypi 3-0. And the Moose beat the Freebooters in 13 innings, 8-6, to take the early division lead. Our first matchup this season will be once again against the Herbivores. We will be sending third-year pitcher Connor Frazier Jr. to the mound as we will draw their new ace, Rhiannon Cannon, who was signed last season from the Moose. This is her second year with the Herbivores, her first as the ace, as I'm assuming they lost Jem Colita to probably to free agency. I didn't see her retire last year. Let's go ahead and take a sneak peek here at the schedule. We've got the Herbivores to start, then we're going to take on the Moonstars, we're going to take on the division rival Moose, and also the division rival Wild Pigs. So we got 2 home games to start and then 2 road games. It seems like a lot of, so this ought to be a fun episode. We set the lineup last time, and let's run through it real quick. We got Caleb starting at second, followed by Copeland at third, Roper at short, Oliver catching, James in center, Swiner at left, Lafayette at first, and you in right. Wilson, McDowell, Longstroke, and Freeman will be our bench. So let's go ahead and jump into the action here with game number 1 of year 4 here for the Hot Corners. Looking at the ratings, bullpen is better, not by much, but it is better. I believe it was completely empty last year. Rotation is actually above 60, so that's good. Defense, that we're still our strong suit. We're still defensive experts. Speed has gotten a little bit better, but it's still pretty poor. Contact's gotten a little bit better. Power is still down there near the bottom, though. So we do still need to work on those 2 areas. Power, speed, and bullpen. Those 3 areas right there. Other 3, they're sitting okay. Alrighty, let's see any new additions to their lineup. No, it looks like the same one as last year. So that's good. We ain't going to see any new faces. A bunch of familiar players whose tendencies we know. We got their top of the order. Due up, Hampster, Tran, and O'Wuglians. Here's Henry Hampster, the third baseman, getting off once again, coming in at full strength this year. Let's see how Frazier Jr. will pitch him to start the season. Curveball ripped up the middle, and the first pitch is a base hit for the Herbivores as they get started in the positive direction, looking to defend their division title from last season. They also went on to win the Year 3 championship, so they are coming off a championship victory, which now explains why their lineup is still the same. Here is third-year outfielder Maximus Tran, the left fielder. First pitch fastball is down and away from Frazier, called a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is a changeup down and in, pulled foul, 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch is the slider outside. Fouled off by Tran on the hit and run as it's 1-2 now. To protect Hampster, who's going. Forkball down in the way, grounded softly to third. Copeland goes to second with it. One on to first with it. Mcclure not in time. It's fielder's choice. One out runner first now, as that'll bring up Williams, getting her first at bat of the season. Left-handed hitting right fielder. It's her third year on the team with the Herbivores as she takes a changeup low for ball number 1. Fastball up and away, roped into the left field on the hit and run. That will succeed this time, as the runner will hold at second, though, due to Swiner's cannon out there and left. First and second now with one out, as that brings up first baseman Grunt Manley with an RBI opportunity as his RBI man activates. Forkball down and in on the first pitch. Back to Frazier. He'll go to second one. Roper on to first. It's a double play to end the inning. 1-6-3 in your books. 2 hits to the Herbivores in the first, but they can't do anything with them. Mcclure off here against Cannon. Here's Caleb Mcclure, second baseman, hitting the high 300s last season. Very good breakout year for him in his first full-time starting role for the most part. First pitch curveball from Cannon, called a strike, 0-1. Fastball low, 1-1 the count. Third pitch was chased, the fastball up, 1-2. Fourth pitch fastball hit right to the second baseman Stokes. She will secure it for the first out. That'll bring up third baseman Vanessa Copeland in her first season with the Hot Corners, 26 years of age, signed to replace Keg Gutterson. Ball 1 up, 1-0. Strike on the inside, 1-1 the count. Ball low, 2-1 the count now. Fourth pitch roped out to right center field. That's going to be extra bases. That's a good way to show your new club what you got. All the way to the wall it goes. The Sachs gets it back in, but Copeland walks into second with a 1-out double. That puts her in scoring position for the middle of the lineup. Coming in is the new shortstop, Snag Roper. Played the first 3 years as a member of the Wild Pigs, now with the Hot Corners, a division rival. Ball up, high, 1-0. Good all-around players, a B+ overall, 33 years old. Curveball on the outside, called a strike, 1-1. Third pitch, roped out to center field. It's going to hang. Put away by Sachs. Good throw in from third. Will hold Copeland to second. No tag-up opportunity available. That'll bring up Khalil Rogers, the rookie first baseman, DHing the day. He is a great offensive weapon, but a horrible defensive asset. He actually runs decently well. He just can't field. So if we get his fielding up, he can be the everyday first baseman instead of the everyday DH. Rogers looking to come through here in his first at-bat for the new team as he hopes to show the team what he has to offer. First pitch fastball. That's a changeup, actually. It's low, 1-0. Change up, rope to right field. It's going to be a tough play, but it'll hang up for Williams, and she'll put it away for the third out. One hit for the Hot Corners, but they can't do anything with it. Top 2 we go. Magana, Sachs, and Stokes do up to face Connor Frazier Jr. Julian Magana is the DH today. He's traditionally a third baseman, getting the start at DH because, well, they have a better third baseman in Hampster. Fastball down and in, called a strike at the knees, actually, 0-1. Frazier's next pitch is a changeup, grounded hard to second, right to Mcclure. He'll go to first, 1 out. I'll bring up going Sachs, center fielder coming up here. Made a very good defender, not so much as a great hitter in his 4th year with the team. Changeup down below the knees on the outside, 1-0. Slider down and in, hit the first. Lafayette there to put it away for the second out. Going to bring up Annabella Stokes now, as the second baseman has also been with the Herbivores this entire time. Not much of an offensive threat, but she's a very good base runner. Get her on base, she'll steal you some bags. First pitch up is a forkball high, 1-0. Next pitch is going to be a curveball up and in. That is called a strike, 1-1. Good pitch there from Frazier, fooled her. And popped into right field. Charging his U. He will put it away for the third out. 1-2-3 inning for Frazier Jr. in the second. Keeps it a 0-0 game. Oliver, James, and Swiner do up against Cannon. Here is Apollo Oliver, the third-year catcher, leading off here. He finished the last year hurt. Missed the last 3 games of the season, actually, due to injury. Catcher coming in looking to keep his spot on the team for the most part, as he slumped last year mightily. Then again, most of the offense did, as the fastball at the letters for a strike, 0-1. That fastball misses high, 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1. That 100-mile-an-hour heater missed. Fastball on the outside, that's a cutter, 2-2. Fastball up, chased by Oliver, popped to second. Easy play for Stokes as she moves over a few steps and puts it away for the first out. Brings up Geronimo James, the center fielder here. Outside pitch specialist, had a very bad year last year, hit under 250. First pitch up for a strike, 0-1. Ball inside, 1-1 the count as James evens it up. Fastball up, called a strike, 1-2 the count now. Fourth pitch, skied to left center field, shallow, charging his sacks to get there. He can't, and that's going to be a base hit on a dying Quail for James. Speedster on now, as that'll bring up Buck Swiner, the left fielder. Led the league team in home runs last season. Left fielder getting the start, batting left-handed, of course. No running here today, as Clark has a very good arm. Cutter below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Fastball, roped the third, right at Hampster, though. That's the second out, as James manages to get back in time. 2 outs now with a runner at first for Queen Lafayette, making her debut as a hot corner here as the backup first baseman. Better of a defensive player than an offensive player, so she will be handling the primary fielding duties at first base until Rogers develops into a better fielder, which could take a while given how low his stats are. Lafayette here coming in with her first at bat, trying to get James into scoring position. Cannon coming set. Here is the first pitch. Cutter misses inside, ball 1. Cannon is walk prone. We can get her to 3 balls. We'll be in business. Strike the knees, 1-1. Pickoff attempt, not in time. James wasn't going. Cutter caught the outside that time. We got a 1-2 count now to Lafayette. Fastball skied to left. This should be an easy play. It is. Tram puts it away for the third out. One more hit for the hot corners this inning. Nothing happens. Top 3 we go. It remains 0-0. Stewart, Clark, and Hampster due up against Frazier Jr. There's Milo Stewart, the 8-hitter. Has been with the Herbert the entire time in the Dynasty. He was with the team even before the Dynasty started. Shortstop is not a very good offensive threat most of the time, but he's a very good base runner. Change up, rope to right field. You back a few steps, puts it away, 1 out. That'll bring up Fiona Clark, the 9-hitter. Catcher's not an offensive weapon at all, but very good defensive asset to have. Fastball misses way up from Frazier, as that was definitely released too early, ball 1. Curveball down, called a strike at the knees on the outside, 1-1. Change up and away, taken just that high, 2-1. Fork ball down, grounded to first softly. Lafayette field runs it down on the bat on the high hop. Then gets to the bag herself. That'll be 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Henry Hampster, who singled in his first plate appearance of the season, looking to duplicate his success here. First pitch slider down and in, taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. Fastball down, rope the third. Copeland there, fields it on a hop, goes to first, and that will retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Frazier in the third. Bottom 3, you do up, and then we will go back to the top of the hot corners lineup. All right, here is Arms U in his 3rd season with the team, getting his 2nd full season as a starter. Slider on the inside for a strike, 0-1. Came on late in the year last season. Curveball skied to right field. It's going to be an easy play for O'Wugliams as she's in a few steps. Hara puts it away, and that's the first out. That'll bring up Caleb Mcclure. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Let's see what Caleb can do here in his 2nd at bat. Strike on the inside, 0-1. Good fastball from Cannon. Cutter misses outside that time, 1-1. Third pitch roped up the middle. That's a base hit for Caleb, his first of the season. Make him 1 for 2 as he is on with 1 out now. That'll bring up Vanessa Copeland. The rookie doubled in her first at bat. Let's see what she can do here in her 2nd. Another double, driving a run. Mcclure runs well. Curveball grounded hard to third. Hamster dives, cuts it off to 2nd. It's in time. Relay to first, not. That is a fielder's choice for Copeland, as she will be on with 2 outs now for Snag Roper. He flew out in his first at bat. See if Snag can come through for the team. Changeup misses outside from Cannon, 1-0. Slider inside gets away from the catcher, as that will allow Copeland to advance to 2nd rather easily. Runner in scoring position now once again for Roper. He failed the first time. Let's see what he can do this time. Fastball and changeup in the dirt. It's 3-0 count now. There goes the accuracy for Cannon. Fastball up, misses high for ball 4, though none of those pitches were anywhere near the zone, as Roper will advance to first on the free pass. Rogers up now, the rookie, and is getting his 2nd plate appearance here. He also flew out in his first at bat. Let's see what he can do here. Fastball on the outside, that's a cutter, called a strike at the knees, 0-1. Fastball roped to left field, that's going to get over the leaping Hamster into left. Tran fields and comes up throwing as Copeland rounds 3rd and will score on the relay throw. 1-0 on the RBI single by the rookie Khalil Rogers out in front. That'll bring up Oliver here in his 3rd season with the team. Let's see what Apollo can do. Runners in scoring position. First pitch curve the middle, that'll get down in front of the center fielder. Sachs will come up throwing to third as the runner rounds third. Roper will score, and it's a 2-0 game on the RBI single as Oliver keeps the inning going. Had Sachs thrown home, they would have nailed the slow-footed runner at the plate. Geronimo James up now, singled his first time up. Fastball below the knees, taken, ball 1. Second pitch, Rope between first and second. Diving is Stokes to cut it off. She will throw to the pitcher covering the bag and will retire James by a step. 2 runs do come across, though, on 3 hits for the Hot Corners and a walk as they take the lead here in the third. Top 4 we go. Middle of the Herbisaurs lineup due up. Tran, O'Wugliams, and Manley. Here's Maximus Tran, the left fielder. Grounded out his first time up. First pitch here from Frazier is a curveball away for a strike at the knees. 0-1, good pitch. Fastball inside, taken on a check swing. 0-2 the count now as Frazier's ahead. Change it down and in off the plate, taken, ball number 1. That never threatened the zone. Up and away, swung through strike 3. Tran is the first victim for Frazier on the season as he gets the strikeout. That'll bring up O'Wugliams now, 1 for 1 today. She singled in the first inning. Hasn't had a hit since. Then again, it's only her second at bat, so let's see what she can do. Curveball taken below the knees, just misses for ball 1 as Oliver framed it nicely. Forkball up and away, really fooled O'Wugliams as she was out in front of that one. 1-1 the count. Fastball down and away, grounded softly back to the mound. Frazier fields, 2 outs. That'll bring up Grunt Manley, the first baseman's 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Let's see what he can do in this opportunity. Fastball up, taken down the middle for a strike. That was not where that was supposed to go. We got really lucky on that one, 0-1. Change up down and in. Rope diving is Mcclure. It's over him, and that'll be a base hit as Manley keeps the inning going with a 2-out single. Now to bring up Julian Magana, the second-year player, DHing today. He's 0 for 1. Let's see what he can do in this opportunity to keep the inning alive. Change up and in. Skied softly to left center field. In a few steps is Buck. Swiner there, and Big Country will make the catch for the finals. 1 hit given up by Frazier in the inning, but he manages to work around it once again. Bottom 4 we go. It's 2-0 to score. Swiner, Lafayette, and Yu do up. Bottom 3 in the order for the Hot Corners up, as it'll be Buck Swiner leading off 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Let's see what he can do in this opportunity. Curve changeup at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Curler up, misses that time, 1-1. Changeup at the knees again, 1-2 now. Is there going to be another high one? Nope, down. Fastball ripped to center, but that's going to hang, goes right to Sack. Brings up Queen Lafayette. She grounded first time up. She's 0 for 1 today. Let's see what Queen can do. Strike on the inside. That's a good cutter, 0-1. Fastball up, 0-2 the count now. Lafayette needs to protect. Third pitch swung through strike 3 as she was behind on that fastball, and Lafayette's retired for the second out. Arms Udo up now. I believe he flew out in his first at bat, or he popped out. First pitch is a cutter up that misses way high, 1-0. Next pitch is a curveball at the knees, called a strike, 1-1. Slider fisted to right field, hanging up for Stokes. She'll put it away, and that's the third out. 1-2-3, inning 4. Cannon in the 4th. Top 5 we go. It remains 2-0 with Sachs, Stokes, and Stewart due up. There is going Sachs. He's 0 for 1 today, looking to get his first hit of the game in the season. Fastball up, ripped to right field on a line, but you back a step. They'll put it away, 1 out. Hard hit ball, just bad luck on that one. As Annabella Stokes due up now. She grounded out her first time up. First pitch is a changeup low and away, taken for a called strike, 0-1 the count. Next pitch is a curveball down and in, taken for strike 2 as Stokes is quickly behind. Frazier looking to put her away here. Forkball up, taken high for ball number 1 as she didn't even think to offer that one. That missed rather badly. Fastball up and in, taken, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Stokes can't believe it, and that's the second out. We'll bring up Milo Stewart. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Let's see what he can do. Fastball down, taken low, ball number 1, 1-0 the count now. Slider down at the knee, strike in the middle of the zone, 1-1. Forkball up, popped up on the infield. Mcclure in a step, calls for it, and Caleb will secure it for the third out. At 1-2-3 inning for Frazier, his third of the game. Bottom 5 we go. It remains 2-0 as Cannon is due up to face the top of the Hot Corners lineup for the third time today. Mcclure, Copeland, and Roper. Mcclure singled in his last at bat to get the rally started, as that's what's led to the run scoring. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Strike on the outside called, 0-1. Down at the knees, grounded to short. He swung on top of that one. Stewart fields and goes to first, 1 out. really routine play as Copeland's up now, 1 for 2 with a fly out and a double. Vanessa set. Here's the first pitch. It's a slider inside for ball number 1, 1-0. Just misses high. Fastball misses outside that time, 2-0. Fastball caught the outside that time, 2-1. This is inside with the changeup, 3-1 as Cannon has walk prone activate. Fifth pitch is called a strike on the high outside corner, full count. Sixth pitch roped up the middle, diving is Stewart to cut it off. He'll get up and fire and will retire Copeland by a step. 2 outs now, and Rope, he drew a walk his last time up, and he scored a run as well. First pitch at below the knees on the fastball, 1-0. Second pitch, changeup high and outside, 2-0 the count. Third pitch is a fastball that misses way inside, 3-0. Once again, she can't find the zone to Roper for some reason. It's another 4-pitch walk as Roper tripped to first on the trot. 2-out walk will keep the inning alive as Khalil Rogers up. He drove in a run on a single his last time up. Let's see if he can do that again. The extra bases is required as Roper can't run. Cutter on the inside high, called a strike, 0-1. Check down to second, Stokes backhands, goes to first, and that'll retire the side. 2-out walk does not come back to hurt Cannon as the hot corners fail to score. Top 6 we go, it's 2-0. Clark will get her second hack to Hampster and Tran at the top of the order as Frazier is only 40 pitches through 5 innings, having a good outing so far. Clark is 0 for 1 today, and she also made an error on a catchable ball behind the plate. Strike at the letters, she's already 10, 0-1. Change up down, taken for ball number 1, it just missed, 1-1 the count. Third pitch is a curveball in the dirt, taken low by Clark, 2-1. Good eye there from the catcher. Slider away, roped out to right field, hit very well. Yu back on the warning track, at the wall, looks up, leaps, it's out of his reach. It's a home run for Clark. Solo shot here is the first offense the Herbivores have today. 2-1 now the score. Unlikely source to go yard for the Herbivores is actually the one that actually provided the offense. Hampster up now as he's 1 for 2 with a single. She was definitely sitting on that slider. First pitch to Hampster is going to be a fork ball in the dirt on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Good pitch. Change up in the middle of the zone. Rope to second, right to Mcclure on the 1 hop. He'll backhand to go to first, 1 out. That'll bring up Maximus Tran. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Tran is a fast strike taken. Stone cold take as he wasn't swinging. Slider up and away, swung through 0-2. That pitch struck him out last time up. Third pitch is a changeup down, pulled foul out of play. He was way out in front. Curveball down and away, grounded foul out in front again as Tran fights to stay alive in the at-bat. 0-2 the count. Slider down and away, swung through it, strike 3. Tran retired on the strikeout for the second time today as that'll be out number 2 in the inning as O'Wugliam's due up. She's 1 for 2 now. Pitch is a forkball down and in. Hit line back up to Frazier, and he gets his glove up in time to record the out. But a run is scored on the solo homer by Fiona Clark. Herbivores cut the lead in half, 2-1. Next we go. Oliver, James, and Swiner due up against Cannon in the 6th. Here's Apollo Oliver, 1 for 2 today. He singled in a run his last time up, looking to duplicate his success here. Slider hung at the bottom of the zone, and he pulls it. He's late on it, takes it foul, 0-1. Fastball up, 1-1 the count. Curveball hangs in the middle plate, hit high hopper chopper to shortstop. Stewart fields it with no problem, goes to first, 1 out. Brings up Geronimo James, 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out. First pitch to James is a fastball at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Cannon gets ahead once again. Second pitch fastball, rope to the left center gap, chasing Tran back to the warning track. He's almost at the wall, but he will put it away in front of the wall for the second out. Good contact there from James, but hung up just enough for the speedy Tran to run it down. 2 outs, no one on for Swiner now. He's 0 for 2, line out and a fly out. Strike at the knees, 0-1, good fastball. Fastball at the letters, popped up to third. Hampster calls off the fielders. Should be an easy play for Henry, and he will put it away. 1-2-3 inning for Cannon in the 6th. Top 7 we go. It remains 2-1. Frazier will draw Manley, Magana, and Sachs for the 3rd time. Manley singled in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Curveball outside, rope to shortstop. Roper leaps. He can't get to it as that'll get down for Manley's 2nd hit of the afternoon, make him 2 for 3. Leadoff man on here for the Herbivores as Magana flew out his last time up. He's 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit in his 2nd year. Fastball up, grounded to second. Mcclure to second, 1 on to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and the hit is erased from the board. Yoink Sachs up now. The center fielder is 0 for 2 today, looking for his first good contact of the season. Change up down, fouled off as he manages to pound it into the dirt, 0-1. Slider way inside, almost hit him in the ribs. 1-1. He didn't even flinch on that one. The man, balls of steel on that man. Fastball up and away, rope down the right field line. It is hooking foul. 1-2 the count now. Curveball down and in. Grounded up the middle to short. Roper there for it. He'll go to first. 1-2-3 inning, unconventionally, but technically true as Frazier gets through the inning. Bottom 7, it remains 2-1. Both teams sitting on 5 hits apiece as Lafayette and U will get their third cuts against Cannon, followed by Mcclure with his 4th. Lafayette is a round out and a line out, I believe. Strike the letters. Good cutter there from Cannon. 0-1. Cutter popped up, shallow right center, out for Stokes, and away, 1 out. Brings up Arms U. He's 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a fly out. Let's see what Arms can do. Strike on the inside for the high corner, 0-1. Good fastball. That fastball misses this time, inside, 1-1. Going to the same location. Fastball called a strike that time, 1-2. Chased one way inside on the changeup, and U is retired on the strikeout. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Mcclure, 1 for 3 today with the single, looking for his 2nd hit of the contest. Changeup at the knees for a strike from Cannon, 0-1. Curveball hangs, rope to left field. That'll be a base hit as Mcclure keeps the inning alive. Caleb on with his 2nd single of the afternoon, makes him 2 for 4. That'll bring up Vanessa Copeland, 1 for 3 today with the double, looking to bring him home with an extra base hit. Fastball on the outside for a strike from Cannon, 0-1. Swung through that cutter, 0-2. She was just late. Chased one inside, roped right to the first baseman softly as Manley puts it away. And Cannon gets through the 7th inning, only giving up a hit. Top 8 was Stewart and Clark to face Frazier Jr. Stokes 0 for 2 today, looking for her 1st hit of the contest still. Curveball down and in, checked on, called a strike at the knees, 0-1, good pitch. Fastball up and away, field hit pretty well, carrying to the corner. It'll get off the bottom of the wall there and ricochet as you go right to James on the double, putting Stokes in scoring position to lead off the inning. Tying run at 2nd for Milo Stewart. He's not a very good RBI man, and pinch hitting for him will be 4th-year player, actually, Kason Odom. In his 3rd full season as a member of the Herbisaurs, he was signed midway through year number 1. Only played half a season and now has played the last 2 with them as a full-time player. He is now in his 3rd season. Odom is a good contact hitter, doesn't run well, doesn't hit for power that often. He's not a terrific fielder, but he'll get the job done in a pinch. Frazier set, ready to face the 3rd-year man as the first pitch forkball will be down and in. Grounded back to Frazier. He looks the runner back, goes to first. 1 out. That brings up Fiona Clark, who homered in her last at-bat. She's 1 for 2, and instead of letting her hit, the Herbisaurs manager goes to the bench. Brings him backup catcher Nate Hankey, who is a better hitter than Clark, but is a worse fielder and he doesn't run as well. So let's see if this moved for more power off the bench comes back to bite him. Slider away, taken for a strike, 0-1. Good pitch for Connor to get ahead. Changeup down and in, taken for strike number 2 on the check from Hankey. 0-2 count. Frazier looking to end the at-bat here. Fastball up and away, rope to 3rd. Copeland there, puts it away. 2 outs. Runner has to go back to 2nd. That'll bring up Hampster. Singled in his first plate appearance, has not got on base since. He's 1 for 3. Looking to come through here in the clutch. One more time. Forkball called a strike on the low inside corner, 0-1. Curveball down in the way, taken ball number 1, 1-1. Hampster evens it up. Changeup down and in, grounded back to the middle. Frazier puts it away, goes to first, and that's a good way to pitch out of a jam as Frazier gives up the leadoff double but gets the next 3 batters out, 2 of which were pinch hitters to keep it 2-1. 8. Roper, Rogers, and Oliver due up to face Cannon. The middle of the lineup. Roper's up. He drew 2 walks in his last 2 appearances at the plate. 0 for 1 today officially with a ground out as Tran will move in from left to play shortstop. Not a position he knows how to play. Hankey will take over the catching duties as Odom will take up shop and left. Roper ready. Here's the first pitch fastball in the low inside corner. 0-1 the count. Second pitch hit back up the middle. This is going to be a tough play for Tran as he backhands, goes to first with it, and does manage to retire the slow-footed Roper as the right runner was running. Anyone else, they beat out that throw. Khalil Rogers up now, 1 for 3 today. Single and an RBI to the rookie's credit. Strike on the inside, 0-1. Good fastball from Cannon to get ahead. Fastball fouled off, 0-2 the count now. Let's see if Rogers can do it again. Curve plate, he rips that out to right field. It is high, it is far, and it is gone. Home run for Khalil Rogers, his first career run as a member of the Hot Corners. Extends their lead. It's 3-1 here in the 8th with 2 outs. Or 1 out. Oliver up now, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI, and that will do it here for Cannon. As Aidan Jacques will come into relief. It's his 3rd year with the team, B+ reliever, very good ratings, up near 75-ish on all 3 of the ratings, so that's very good. Let's see what he can do here against Oliver. First pitch fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt, that's a 2-seamer, 1-1. 2-seamer at the knees, taken for a strike, 1-2 the count now. Curveball fouled off by Oliver. He was out in front. 1-2 still to count. Fastball roped out to left center field. That's heading towards the gap. Running for it is Sachs. He will get it there and run it down for the 2nd out. That'll bring in Geronimo James now. 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 2nd inning. No hits since. First pitch from Jock is at the knees on the fastball, 0-1. Next pitch, fastball misses inside, 1-1. 3rd pitch, fastball hit into left center field on the line. Right to Odom, though, and he will put it away for the 3rd out. Top 9, 3-1 on the solo homer by Rogers. Frazier Jr. looks to complete the game here as he takes on the middle of the Herbivores lineup one more time. Tran the lead off, 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts on 2 sliders from Frazier. Let's see how Connor pitches him here. Forkball down and in, rope to first base off of Lafayette's glove. She will field it, but Tran will use his speed to get on base. Leadoff man on at first with no outs for Harrow Williams. 1 for 3 today with the single. Tran is always a threat to run. Fastball away on the pitch out. Taken, no runner, 1-0. Curveball down and away. Right line to first over Lafayette's head into the corner as you will get down. Tran already on his way to 3rd as the relay throws into the cutoff man, and 2 runners in scoring position now. Enough to go ahead run and grunt Manley, and that will do it for Frazier here in the 8th. He's had a good outing, 8 innings, 8 hits given up, though, and he's going to have to exit as we have to go to the bullpen here. Who's going to get the opportunity to close it out? Let's have a look. Manley's a lefty. Magana's a righty. Sachs is a righty. Stokes is a righty. So a bunch of righties. Okay. So that means we want to go to the right-handers here. Not going to go to Lou. It's a very high-pressure situation. I'm not going to go to the rookie Plow either. He's also a lefty. So that means it's going to be Troy Harrison coming out of the bullpen looking for the save here in game number 1. Righty versus lefty. Manley has hit 2 singles in his last 2 plate appearances, making him 2 for 3 on the contest. His RBI ban is active as well, so this is his situation. 2-seamer away, called a strike on the outside of the zone as Harrison gets ahead, 0-1. Troy's next pitch is a fastball down and in, taken 0-2 count as he's quickly ahead. Change up low and away, taken grounded softly to 3rd. Copeland charges, has to go to 1. Out there. She will get the out there, but the run scores, makes it 3 to 2nd. Tying run still at 2nd base for Magana, 0 for 3 today with 3 flyouts. First pitch fastball, up and away and outside, 1-0 the count. Next pitch is a changeup down and away, taken for a called strike, 1-1 as Harrison found the zone. 2-seamer up and in, called strike at the letters, 1-2 the count now as he looks to put him away. Fastball down and into Magana, grounded between 1st and 2nd. Dive can't get there. Runner on his way to 3rd, looking to come home. Arms comes up throwing. The throw at the plate. Not in time, and the game is tied. Harrison blows the save on the RBI single. Magana on at first with 1 out as Sachs is up here. First pitch fastball, grounded past the mound. Roper charges, has to go to 1st. That's going to retire Sachs. Magana moves into scoring position for Stokes, who's doubled in her last plate appearance. Looking to do it again here to give him the lead. Change up down and away, misses outside for ball number 1, 1-0. Fastball, 2-seamer down and in, misses below the knees, 2-0 the count. Fastball up and in, called a strike at the letters, 2-1, good pitch. Change up away, grounded between 1st and 2nd. Mcclure over for it, goes to 1st, and that'll retire the side. The 2 runs do come across the score, though, as the Herbivores manage to tie the game up, and Frazier will get a no decision, as well as Cannon. Jock and Harrison become the pitchers of record. Bottom 9, Swiner, Lafayette, and you. Bottom 3 in the order due up. Let's see if Jock can get through them and force extra innings. Swiner leading off, 0 for 3 today, looking for his first hit of the contest. Fastball skied to center field. Should be an easy play for Sachs as he's over a few steps. Puts it away for the 1st out. How to bring up Queen Lafayette. She's 0 for 3 today, looking for her first hit of the contest. Curveball head in the shallow left center field. Should be an easy play for Sachs once again. Puts it away again. 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Arms U, 0 for 3 today, looking for his first hit still. Fastball inside, misses ball number 1. That two-seamer was way inside. Second pitch is a fastball below the knees, 2-0. Fastball at the knees on the outside, 2-1. Back up the middle by Yu. That'll drop for a base hit, as that'll be his first of the contest, make him 1 for 4. And the outfielder is on as they'll go ahead run. Mcclure up now, 2 for 4 today, has 2 singles to his credit, looking to put one in the gap to try and score the runner. Fastball away, taken for a strike, 0-1. Pick off the first, not in time, as Yu gets back, 1-1 the count. Curveball misses inside and low, 1-1. Fastball swung through by Mcclure. It's a 1-2 count now. Chase the fastball high, fists it in the shallow left center. Easy play for Tran as the shortstop puts it away for the third out. Extras it is as Jock gives up a hit, but nothing comes of it. Top 10, Odom, Hankey, and Hampster due up. Odom, of course, failed to come through in a pinch hit opportunity earlier. First pitch fastball at the knees, taken for a strike, 0-1. I believe he grounded out. Change up hit back up the middle. That'll get through this time as he got it through the middle of the infield. Put him on and make him 1 for 2 today on the afternoon, evening. Hankey up now, 0 for 1 today with the strikeout, ground out. Odom is hurt on the play as Turbo Miles will pinch run. Odom pulled a hamstring. That's going to leave him out for a considerable amount of time. Speedster Miles on now as the go-ahead run at first. First pitch is a pitch out, taken for ball number 1, 1-0. Two-seamer away, called a strike, throw down by Oliver. It's not in time, a stolen base for Turbo. Puts him in scoring position and a 1-1 count to Hankey. Fastball up and in, taken for strike number 2, 1-2 the count now. Change it down and away, grounded in front of the plate. Oliver fields it in the batter's box. That is a foul ball, 1-2. Fastball down and in, grounded at foul. Hankey manages to get a piece of it, stays alive. Two-seamer up and away, fouled off again. Hankey staying alive. Change up down and in, just below the knees, 2-2. Harrison looking to put him away. Playing with the corners here. Fastball away, fouled off again. Hankey stays alive. 2-2 count, two-seamer up and in, breaks the bat, fists it to left field, leaping is Copeland, she can't get there. Swiner comes up throwing for third, it's not in time. Runners at the corners on the base hit. That'll bring up Hampster, 1 for 4. First pitch is a changeup, rope between first and second. Mcclure dives to cut it off, can't get there, that's going to score the run. Runners at first and second now with no outs, and that's going to do it for Harrison, who hasn't really got his stuff today. We're going to bring in Kyson Manning here, the lefty, to face the left-handed hitting Tran. First pitch is a fastball away from Manning, 1-0. Curveball down, ball number 2, 2-0 the count. Third pitch fastball's up and in, popped up behind the plate as he got under it. Oliver back a few steps, and Apollo will put it away for the first out. That'll bring up Oweglium. She's 2 for 4 today with a double and a single. First pitch is a curveball to her, skied into right field as she got under the ball. Yu in a few steps towards the line. Will make the catch for the second out and will throw the third to hold the runners at second. Runners have to remain at first and second as Manley up now, 2 for 4 today with 2 singles and an RBI to his credit. Curveball down in the way, grounded softly to third. Copeland there, tags the runner, and she will get them out of the inning. Manning comes in and gets all he faces. 1 run does score, though, as Harrison gives up the lead on a couple hits. Bottom 10, it's 4-3. Copeland, Roper, and Rogers due up. Middle of the order to face Jock here in the 10th. Miles taking over for the injured Odom will come in and play shortstop, his back as Tran will move back to his one of his actual positions, left field. He's actually a center fielder by trade, but because Sachs is such a better fielder than him, he's in center and Tran is in left, which is a backup position. Copeland up, 1 for 4 today. He's doubled back in the first inning, nothing since. Fast ball at the knees for a strike. That one misses low, 1-1. Fastball at the letters, ripped hard to short, backhanded by Miles. He's going to first with it, and that's going to be 1 out. Hard hit ball, just bad luck on the placement as Roper's up now, 0 for 2 today with a ground out, a fly out, and 2 walks. Roper looking to get on here for the 3rd time today. Fastball misses below the knees, 1-0. Fastball fouled off by Roper as he gets away with it, 1-1. Curveball misses inside that time from Jock, 2-1. Fastball hangs in the middle of the plate. Roper lines that to shallow center. That'll drop in front of Sachs for a base hit. That'll put Roper on at first with 1 down, and that's going to constitute a pitch runner as he's the slowest hitter runner in our lineup. That'll bring in Dawson Longstroke, the backup shortstop. He's not much of a better runner, but he is a better runner. So none of these guys actually run very well. So Longstroke will be the pinch runner here. Not much faster, but he is faster than Roper, so we get extra bases, he probably can score. Rogers hit a homer in his last at-bat to give us a 3-1 lead. Of course, we blew that lead, so now he's looking to do it again. 2 for 4, homer, single, and 2 RBIs. First pitch from Jock is a fastball away for ball number 1, 1-0. Strike on the outside with that fastball, 1-1 the count. Fastball down, ripped up the middle, over the diving second baseman into right center field. Sachs comes up fielding and throwing to second. Not in time to get the runner as Longstroke gets back. First and second now as there's one out. Oliver here to face Jock, who is starting to tire. His stamina is below 50 as he's thrown 28 pitches in 2 innings of work from the bullpen. Oliver, he was the first batter he faced when he came in. First pitch up, called a strike, 1-0. Fastball inside, 1-1 the count. Third pitch fastball, roped to right center field, leaping is Stokes to make the catch, and that's going to double off Longstroke at second. Oh, the poor fucking placement of that liner. A little bit more to the right, it gets down, and it's extra bases. We probably win the game. Hot Corners lose a heartbreaker here in 10 innings. Harrison will take the L coming out of the bullpen. Looking at Sachs went hitless for them, as well as Milo Stewart. On our side, Longstroke didn't get a chance to hit. Swiner was 0 for 4, and so was Lafayette. Pitching line, starters did really well today. Cannon went 7 1/3, only gave up 3 earned runs on 7 hits and 2 walks. Gave up a home run to Rogers. Jock went 2 2/3 of scoreless relief, only giving up 3 hits. On our side, Frazier Jr. went 8+ innings, gave up 8 hits and 3 earned runs on a home run as well. Harrison also went 1+ innings of work, 4 hits given up with 1 earned run. He takes the loss. He also allowed the 2 inherited runners to score in the 9th. Manning goes a clean 10th inning as he manages to get us out of that 10th inning jam. Hey, Eisendreb, how's it going? So Hot Corners fall here in the first game of year number 4. Rogers, of course, still manages to be player of the game as the rookie goes 3 for 5 in his debut. Hit a homer as well, 2 RBIs, not bad. Good. At least we got something positive out of that. A few more inches on that ball and we get a freaking extra base winning hit. Oh well, have to come back out. Yes, this is standard franchise mode. I'm in my 4th season here with the Hot Corners. Trying to rebuild. Our 3rd year didn't go so hot. We actually finished with the worst record. In our first 2 seasons, we had the best record, and then our 3rd year, we just crapped out. Oh well. Had a bunch of young players make their debut today, so hopefully that's the start of something. Nothing. 7-5. Okay, nothing to Wild Pigs lose their first game. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. This one I care about. Moose Pigs. Okay. Moose win 4-3. That's not surprising. I actually picked them to win that. Herbivores and Freebooters. Oof. Could go either way, but I'm glad the Freebooters won. That makes me feel a little bit better. We got the Moonstars. Yeah, you can see the roster. Sure thing. All right, let's have a look. Whew, all right. Looking at the roster, let's bring up the cards here. We got Caleb Mcclure as our leadoff hitter. He's in his 3rd season. Hit under 400 last year. Had a he was the most consistent offensive hitter I had last year. Made a very crucial error in the final game of the regular season, though, so that left a sour taste in my mouth. Copeland is a new free agent acquisition. She's a B+. Roper, we brought him in from the division rival Wild Pigs. He's going to take over the starting duties at shortstop. He's a good all-around player. He just can't run very well. Rogers is our rookie first baseman. He's primarily going to DH this year because he doesn't field very well. He also has a very weak throwing arm, but then again, you don't really need that when you play first base. Still, I need him to have at least a fielding over 50. Oliver's our catcher. He's in his 3rd season with us. Geronimo James has been with the team since the beginning. He's our cornerstone out there in center field. He's also our best overall offensive player. Buck Swiner, we signed him at the end of year number 1, right before the playoffs from the Moose. They released him. We picked him up. He's been a decent offensive threat for us. Led the team in homers last year with 4. Armju is in his 3rd season, 2nd full one as a starter. He plays right field primarily. Decent all-around player. He just needs to get more consistent with the bat. Bench, we picked up Batch Wilson before the year 2 playoffs. He's our 4th outfielder. He plays anywhere we need him to. Hit very well at the end of last year and became a starter because James was hitting under 250 for the whole season. McDowell's in his 2nd year with us. He's the backup catcher. He's a very good contact bat. His fielding's not that great, though, so he needs to work on that. Lafayette, we just signed her in free agency. I think she's in her 2nd or 3rd season. It's her 1st with us. She's our good defensive fielding first baseman. Looking at this, yes, he is actually the only OG hot corner left. I released a lot of the OG guys last season. I think coming into last season, I had, let me do math in my head real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4. Let me see. All right, let me run through the originals real quick. James was the starter in center. Yeah, so he's still here. Left field was alive. He retired at the end of year 1. He was 42. Right field was Bo Belter. I cut him at the end of year 1. He was never a good offensive player for us. Third base was Bobby Bash. We released him midway through year 1. Shortstop was Holmes. Released her midway through year 1. Bo, he was, for the first year, he did bat over 300, but come playoff time, he just couldn't get anything going for us. And I wanted a better defensive option out in right field, so I cut him to A, reduce salary, and B, to give me a better fielder for right. And that's how we got you. So it was a good trade, I think, in my opinion. I believe he got signed by, where is he actually? I can look that up. I know he's in the other conference. I think he went to the Grapplers. Let's see. No, he did not go to Grapplers. I know he's in the other conference. Was it the Wide Loads? No, that's the Sirloins. I need the Wide Loads. Where's Bo? Bo. Yep, there he is. He's playing for the Wide Loads now. He got picked up in year 1 free agency. Yep, there he is. Yeah, I think coming into last season, if I remember correctly, I had 5 OG hot corners left. I had James, I had Sportswood, I had Jumps, and the 2 bullpen guys, Broseph and Hayes. I cut all 4 of them because I needed to save money because we were in last place the entire season and we weren't really going anywhere. So it was just kind of time to, tear down, rebuild, start over. Oh, Sportswood's playing with him now, and so is Bobby Bash. Look at that. They're having a little reunion here. That's nice. But yeah, James is our only original hot corner member. I'm going to take a look here at these. Any signings? Fred Bobbitt got picked up. Okay. Herbisaurs take him. Okay, at least they got him after we played them, thank God. I didn't want to face him. McGee gets picked up by the Platypi. Okay, that's not surprising. Bergman's replacing Rags on the Sirloins. Okay. A kind of tit-for-tat trade. I guess they needed an outfielder. Oh, one of my rookies has already progressed to a B-. All right, way to go, Hassan. My man. And Marzo is replaced by Hayes. Oh, good. Hayes got picked up. He's going to the Blowfish. Hey, we'll get to see him. We play them this year. All right, let's look at these training opportunities, see what we got. Only one per... I don't like that one, so I'm not going to get that one. We have money to burn, but I'm going to wait. Save up some more money. Try and get as much as I can before I start spending all of it. Freeman, that's a bad one to give a young player, so not going to ruin my rookie's future. I like that one. That's a good one there for Hatter. She needs to improve her junk. That's her worst trait. And I like this one for McDowell. because he can get RBI man out of this. I mean, his arm is already his best defensive quality and is actually his best quality in the whole thing. But hey, I'm not going to complain if my catcher can gun you out. Let's get that one. All right, +6. That didn't go my way. Neither did that. Okay. Oh, well, worth a shot. Still, arm's over 80 now. Love to see it. And let's get this one for Hatter, too. I want to get her junk up. That's her one weakness. Fielding goes up 2. That's always nice. Come on, give me a plus. Ah! +8. Oh, yes, we got composed. All right. Got the trade. That's what you love to see. Oh, she's already a B+. Yes. Awesome. And she hasn't even made her first start yet. She's due on the mound. She's going to make her debut for us. Rookie year for her. She's taking on, of course, one of the best pitchers in the game, Slip Sauter of the Moon Stars. Let's see what we can do here. Now, if I remember correctly, we faced Sauter in year 1, and we won that game in the 9th inning thanks to a go-ahead home run from the third baseman I had at the time, Snack Biggs. It was his first and his only home run with us. He was the man I signed to replace Bobby Bash for that year 1 playoff run and also the second half of the season because Bash was hitting under 250 and I needed a better defensive option. All right, let's go. Game 2. I'm going to leave the lineup the same. I know no one was hitting good. Did the lineup change at all? No. Okay, so Hatter's going to be on the hill. We got the same lineup as last time. Let's see if we can translate to some more hits here. Need to string them together if we want to actually win the game and not lose in extra innings again. Let's go. Oh, this is the first time we've actually played the Moon Stars at our place. Normally, last 2 seasons I've had, actually all 3 seasons I've had to go to their ballpark, so this is nice. They get to come to us for a change. So I guess it flips every 3 years or something? Seems odd. All right, let's see. Any new guys in their lineup? No, those are most of the same guys, although they do have Andre Candela now. He's starting at first. That's new. Everyone else was on the team last year, so not too many changes for them. They did go on a playoff run. They won their division for the first time in year 3, but they were upset in the first round of the playoffs by the 4-seeded Sawtooth. That was quite nice. Gustafsson, the power hitter, will lead off here. Left-handed hitter will face Ren Hatter. Ren is, of course, a righty rookie. We signed her in free agency this season, so this is her debut in the Super Mega League. And we've already upgraded her to a B+ to give her composed. That's awesome. First pitch slider down and into Gustafsson, ripped back up the middle, and that almost, I would have been sorely, sorely upset if that had happened.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Base hit back up the middle. We'll bring up Chimo Gaspar, signed from the Wide Loads during last season. Gaspar is an extreme power hitter, basically, so that's what you're going to get from him. Playing south shortstop today, he takes the letters for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is a changeup down, rope back up the middle. That's a base hit. My dog knocked my water on the floor, you idiot. You all right? You didn't hurt yourself, did you? Okay. Oh, I love you. Yes, I do. Mwah. Just don't... I'm just glad this water bottle didn't break. Oh, that would have been bad if water goes everywhere on this floor. Ooh. That would be something that I'd have to explain. You're gonna give me your toy? Huh? You wanna play? Give me your toy. Give me your toy. It's down there. I can't reach it. Go get it. No? Good boy. All right, and I missed the ball because of that, so that's going to get by him. That'll be extra bases for Gaspar, who doesn't run well. Runner's going to round third, and he will score on the play. Thanks a lot, Tank. You've already given up a run. You're putting us in a hole early, boy. Andre Candela up now, the first baseman, hitting .500 on the season, looking to keep his hot hitting going here to start. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Rip third base, hit 3 straight hits to start. James will come up throwing, though, and hold Gaspar at third, as that'll put runners at the corners with no outs. Brings up Herbert Hackman, looking for his first hit of the season, starting at third, DHing today, actually. Normally he does start at third base, but today he's not. Slider up and in, called a strike, 0-1. Good pitch from Hatter to get change it down and in, taken inside, ball number 1, 1-1. Fastball down in the way, outside misses, 2-1 the count. Hackman gets ahead now. Curveball up and away, rope behind the plate, foul, 2-2 count. Hatter looks to put Hackman away. Fastball just misses inside, we got a full count now. Slider down in the way, popped up into shallow right center field. Arms is calling for it as James will let him have it. Arms comes up throwing for the plate though, and Gaspar will be held at third. Again, Gaspar doesn't run very well, so he needs a really deep fly ball if he wants to score. That'll bring up second baseman Javier Hadier, RBI dud. He's not known for having a lot of luck here with RBI situations. Changeup called on the outside corner for a strike, low, 0-1. Fastball up and away, taken, ball number 1, 1-1 the count. Slider down and in the dirt, 2-1 the count. Fastball up and in, taken, ball 3. We got a 3-1 count now as Hadier in the heat. Slider taken at the bottom of the zone, full count now. Fastball up and away, taken outside for ball 4. Hadier, and that'll load up the bases with 1 out. That'll bring up third baseman Archibald Knox in his 3rd season here with the Moonstars. No hits on the year for him as of yet. First pitch fastball's down and in for a ball, 1-0. Next pitch is a curveball down, roped up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit, 4th of the inning. James comes up throwing, and that'll allow only 1 run to score. It's 2-0 on the RBI single from Knox. Boo Lewis due up now. Catcher is hitless on the season so far, looking to get a hit. Fastball on the outside, called a strike, 0-1. Slider up, the ball, 1-1 the count. Curveball down and in, taken at the knees for a strike, 1-2 the count. Hatter looks to put him away. Change up below the knees, swung through it, strike 3, and Lewis retired on strikes, 2 outs. Brings up center fielder Windy Wheels, also hitless so far this year, looking for his first of the season. Fastball up and in, roped out the right, going back for it's you on the warning track. He runs it down and puts it away. If that got down, we're looking at a 5-0 game easily. 2 runs do score though on 4 hits and a walk. The Moonstars get the early lead as Sauter will come in to face Mcclure, Copeland, and Wolf. Caleb Mcclure went 2 for 5 in the first game, extra inning loss as he looks to keep his hot hitting going. Slider on the inside from Sauter at 88 for a strike, 0-1. Cutter pulled into left field down the line. Gustafson can't get there, and that'll be a fair ball as it goes to the corner. Mcclure on his way to second as the throw-in's not in time. It's a leadoff double for Caleb. Vanessa Copeland up now, 1 for 5 in her debut. She doubled in the first inning of that game, didn't hit after. Slider at the knees, taken for a strike, 0-1. Fastball on the inside, called a strike, 0-2. Slider swung under by Copeland for the first out. I flicked down at the wrong moment. That'll bring up Snag Roper, 1 for 3 today in his first game. He also drew 2 walks, got on base 3 times. Strike on the, Cutter misses inside, ball 1. I thought it was a strike. Changeup misses below the knees, 2-0. Fastball at the letters, popped into shallow right field. That's an easy play for Hadier as he's calling for it. Javier puts it away for the second out. That'll bring up Khalil Rogers. The rookie went 3 for 5 in his debut, hit a solo homer, and also drove in another run on a single as he was the player of the game. Ready, first pitch is a fastball on the outside for a strike, 0-1. This is a fastball at the knees, driven to deep left field. Gustafson back at the wall, and he will make the catch on the warning track for the third. Hot Corners get a leadoff double, but can't do anything as they remain down 2-0 to the second inning. Luster will get his first at bat, and then we'll be back at the top of the lineup immediately following. Lackey Luster is playing out right today. He's a little tense coming into the game as he was hitless in game number 1. First pitch fastball taken down at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Curveball up, taken high, ball number 1, 1-1 the count. Changeup down below the knees, 2-1 the count. Slider inside, swung through, 2-2 the count now. For next pitches, it's going to be a fastball up, fouled off, still 2-2. Changeup up and in, taken on a check, called, ball 3, just high. Full count now. Slider down in the way, hit it hard to first. Lafayette fields and takes it to the bag herself for the first out. Got Gustafson, he's 1 for 1 today. Led a massive first inning with a single and then scored. Fastball swung through at the letters, 0-1. He was late on that one. Changeup down and in, taken for a called second strike. It's an 0-2 count now. Curveball down in the way, taken outside for ball 1, 1-2. Slider up and in. chased and popped the middle of the diamond. Mcclure there on the dirt puts it away for the second out. That'll bring up Gaspar. He doubled and scored in a run the first time up. He also drove in a run himself as the first pitch fastball is taken deep to right center field as he got a lot into that one. You back at the wall. It's not anywhere close. A home run for Chimo Gaspar. Drives in his second run of the game on his second extra base hit. It's going to be his first homer of the year, and it's now 3-0 Moonstars in the second. Bring up Andre Candela. He singled as well in his first at bat, but did not score the runner from second as he only made it to third. Changeup called a strike on the outside. 0-1 the count. Curveball down and in, taken for a called second strike. It's quickly 0-2. Fastball down and away on the outside, misses outside. 1-2. Slider up and in, wrecks him. 2-2 the count now. Fastball outside, misses. Full count now as Hatter having some difficulties. Cutter ball hit up the middle for the second hit of the day for, I forget who was batting, honestly. But it's Candela. He's on with his second single. That's the sixth hit of the day for the Moonstars. And that'll bring up Hackman. He's 0-for-1 today with a fly out. Fastball up, taken at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Changeup down and back up the middle. Diving's Mcclure to cut it off. He'll get there and get up and fire. Retires the slow-footed Hackman for the final out. Good defensive play, keeps things from getting bad, but the solo shot by Gaspar puts the Moonstars up 3-0 in the second. Oliver, James, and Swiner do up. Hey, Curly, not much. How are things going for you, buddy?
Now, the catcher,
not going too hot for the hot corners. We already lost the opening day game. Lost in extra innings to the frickin' Herbivores who won the championship last year. Close match, though. We only lost 4-3. Now we're taking on the Moonstars. Strike at the letters, 0-1. Our rookie pitcher's not doing so hot. That's fastball high, 1-1. Fastball turned on, roped to center field. That's going to hang up, though. Easy play for Wheels, 1 out. Of course, hard hit ball, and he can run it down. James up now, 1-for-4 in the opening day game, looking to get another hit. Fastball misses inside that time, 1-0. Fastball away, grounded hard between short and third. Backhanded by Gaspar. He'll go to first. 2 outs now. Ooh, and that'll bring up Swiner. No hits in the first game as he looks to turn that around. He was 0-for-4. Cutter up, misses. Ball number 1. Fastball swung through by Swiner as he misses the timing. 1-1. Pops up that. That'd be an easy play for Lewis as he hardly has to move. Makes the catch in the left-handed batter's box for the final out. A 1-2-3 inning for Sauter in the second. Top 3 we go. It remains 3-0. Haudier, Knox, and Lewis do up. Here's Haudier. He's got a walk today. Didn't score. Fastball roped to short. Roper can't get to it. That's going to get down for the 7th hit of the contest already. It's only Hatter's getting demoralized. Knox up now. He singled in a run in his first plate appearance on a curveball. Here's the curveball up, taken for a strike. It down, 0-1. Change up down, fake bunt on as it's taken back, 1-1. Fastball high at the letters, skied to right field, pretty deep. You back on the warning track, puts that away for the first out as Knox is retired. Runner will retreat to first. Boo Lewis up, he's 0-for-1 today, looking to get things going for him. Time up as he takes a fastball away for a strike, 0-1. Slider up and in, called strike number 2 as he's quickly behind in the count. Change up down, taken low, 1-2. Good eye there from Lewis. Curveball up and away, roped out to left. That's going to get way foul. No one was going to get to it. Fastball away, grounded between to first. Lafayette dives and cuts it off to second with it 1. Back to first. It's a double play. Great athleticism from Lafayette. Forces the 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. 1 hit for the Moonstars, but it's erased on the double play. Bottom 3, it's 3-0. Lafayette and you get their first hit. Attacks at Sauter, and then Mcclure will come up next. Here is Lafayette. She was hitless in the first game, looking to find her first hit in her hot corners career. On the outside, ball number 1. Slider breaks outside, 2-0 the count as Sauter's behind. Strike at the letters, 2-1 the count now. Fastball left in the middle of the plate. Lafayette drives that deep to left center field. Wheels has good ones, but he can't get to it as it's off the wall and gets past him on the ricochet. Lafayette will walk into second here with a leadoff double. There's a hit for her. We love to see it. That's her first hit as a member of our team, and that'll put her in scoring position for Armsview, who went 1-for-4 in the first game with a single in the later stages of the game. Ball outside, 1-0. Sauter's cutter misses. Slider outside, 2-0 the count as Sauter needs to find the zone quickly. Change up on the high outside corner, called a strike, 2-1. Slider in the middle of the plate, driven out to deep left center field. Gustafson back to the warning track on the edge. Puts it away for the first out as Lafayette will tag. Throw into third is in time, and that's going to be a double fucking play. Of course it is. That's going to bring up Mcclure. He's 1 for 1 today with a double. Watch, he's going to get an extra base hit, and that would have scored her. Fastball up and in for a strike, 0-1. Chased one high. That's going to be a fisted center ball into center field. That'll die out there for a single. I don't think it would have been runners at first and third with 1 out. Now I'm pissed. Mcclure 2 for 2 today on a dying quail singles. That'll bring up Copeland 0 for 1 today. She's 1 for 6 on the year with a double. No other hits. Fastball on the outside misses. 1-0 the count from Sauter. Fastball at the knees taken for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Fastball down and in, roped up the middle. That'll be the second hit of the year for Copeland, her first of this game, as she's 1 for 2. That'll keep the inning alive here with 2 outs and put 2 on for Snag Roper. Out in his first at bat, he's 0 for 1 today. He was 1 for 3 in the first game with 2 walks. First pitch fastball on the outside for a strike, 0-1. Fastball turned on, hit back up the middle. That'll get past the diving Mcclure around third, and he will score easily on the play. On the arc by Roper, it's now 3-1. The Hot Corners on their way back. Rogers up now. He's 0 for 1 today with if he can come through here in the clutch. Sauter set. First pitch is a fastball at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. First pitch second pitch fastball chased and dribbled in front of the mound. Sauter comes off and fields, and that'll be the third out as Rogers fails to come through. But the Hot Corners get on the board. It's 3-1. Top 4 we go. Gustafson due up against Hatter. Wheels is, of course, 0 for 1. He flew out his first at bat. Curveball hit up the middle off of Hatter's glove. It's going to be an infield single for Wheels as he beats out the throw. Runner on at first with no outs for Lackey Luster. He's 0 for 1 today. Fastball up and in. Bunt pulled back as the ball was high. 1-0. Change up down. Pulled foul by Luster as he was out in front. 1-1. Ball up and away. Taken for a called strike. Throw down. Not in time. Oliver couldn't get Wheels as he steals second. 1-2 the count now as Hatter looks to put him away. Fastball down and in, hit up the middle. Roper there for it. He's got to go to first, and he will make the play for the first out. Wheels to third on that as he's now 90 feet away from scoring. Gustafson up now, 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Fastball down and away, called a strike, 0-1, good pitch. Change up and in, taken for ball number 1, 1-1 the count. Slider inside, well that's curveball actually inside, fouled off, 1-2 the count now. Slider up and away, checked on, almost chased, but held back, 2-2. Fastball away, rope to third, Copeland field, she's coming home with it. It is in time to get Wheels at the plate. Good heads-up play from Copeland to make that throw, and that's 2 outs with Gustafson fielder's choice. Gaspar hit a solo home run his last time up. He's 2 for 2 today with a homer, a double, and 2 RBIs. Change up down and in, taken below the knees for ball number 1. I find that debatable. Fastball below the knees, 2-0 count now to Gaspar. Curveball up and in, taken for a strike, 2-1. Curveball down and in, turned on and pulled foul. It's a 2-2 count as Hatter looks to put him away. Change up and away. Got all of that one as he drives it deep to right field. Yu is at the wall. He's got to look up. It's a 2-run shot for Gaspar. Make him 3. It's his second homer. 2-run bomb this time. And that'll make it on Moonstar's lead as he just continues to punish mistake pitches from Hatter. That was actually a pretty decently placed pitch. He just has a lot of power. Candela chases the first pitch curveball out to left center field. James will run it down in the gap and put it away for the third out. But 2 more runs score on the play as the Moonstars extend their lead to 4 runs. Bottom 4, Oliver, James, and Sauter. Oliver's 0 for 1 today. He's 1 for 6 on the season as he takes a fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up, swung through 0-2. He's quickly behind in the count. Slider at the knees, rope to center field. That'll hang up, though. Easy play for Wheels. 1 out. Now bring up James, 0 for 1 today. He's 1 for 5 on the season, looking to get something going here. Fastball, fisted to left. Easy play for Gustafson. He'll put it away for the second out. That'll bring up Buck Swiner. He's 0 for 1 today, looking to come through here for the team. Fastball grounded up the middle to second, right at Haudier. He'll go to third, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Sauter through the 4th cleanly as we head to the 5th. It's 5-1. Hackman, Haudier, and Knox due up. And here is Hackman, 0 for 2 today with the strikeout and a line out. Fastball roped to second, right at Mcclure, 1 out. Bring up Haudier, 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Change up down, roped into center field, chasing back on it James. He'll put it away in front of the track for the second out. Gonna bring up Knox, 1 for 2 today with a single, an RBI, and a fly out. Fastball away, roped to right field. That'll get down for the 10th hit of the afternoon as it's thrown back in by you. Almost gets Knox at first, but it's not happening. 2-out hit extends the inning for Boo Lewis. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout as he takes a curveball up above the letters, 1-0. Change up down and in, taken below the knees, 2-0 now as he's ahead in the count. Slider away from Hatter, it's 3-0 now. Next pitch is a change-up, called for a strike, 3-1 the count. Next pitch is an up and in fastball, taken for a full count called. And let's see what Hatter can do. It's a curveball. Lewis hits it up the middle, past the diving Roper. That's the 11th hit of the contest, as that'll keep the inning alive for the Moonstars. 2 on and 2 outs now for Windy Wheels, who singled in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. Fastball down, roped up the middle. Can't get there on the dive as it's to center fielder James. He comes up throwing for the plate. It is not in time, and the run scores. It's now 6-1, and that'll do it for Hatter, because I thought we could get her through the 5th inning despite the 10th hit, but apparently that's not the case. Rookie Nico Plow, the lefty, will be making his debut here as we look for him to eat some innings. First pitch fastball from the side armor is fouled off by Luster, 0-1 the count. Next pitch is going to be a 2-seamer down and in, called strike on the check swing. Looking to put him away now as curveball down and away. Swung through, strike 3. Luster breaks his bat on the turf and walks away. Good strikeout from Plow to get out of the inning, but the run does come around the score on a couple hits. 6-1 now the lead for the Moonstars. To the bottom of the 5th, Lafayette, Yu, and Mcclure to face Sauter. Lafayette's doubled in her last plate appearance. She was thrown out trying to tag up on a sac fly attempt. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, breaks her bat as it's grounded to short, right at on the first, 1 out. Brings up arms Yu, he's 0 for 1 today, flew out into a double play. Fastball up and in for a strike, 0-1. Fastball grounded to the right side, diving is Haudier to cut it off. He'll throw to the pitcher, and that's 2 outs. That'll bring up Caleb Mcclure. He's got a double and a single to his credit. He also scored a run. 2 for 2 today as he takes a changeup below the knees for ball 1. Changeup down the middle, swung out early, 1-1. Changeup pulled foul again, 1-2 the count now. Changeup rope to left field, that'll get down for a base hit in front of Gustafson. Make McClure 3 for 3 as he keeps the inning alive with a 2-out hit for the Hot Corners. Brings up Vanessa Copeland, who's 1 for 2 today with the single. Fastball, changeup misses outside for ball number 1, 1-0. Fastball on the inside taken for a change-up, turned on and pulled into the seats as Copeland's out in front. 1-2 the count now. Fastball at the letters, roped down the third base line. Knox backhands, goes to first, and that'll retire the side. 2-out hit for the Hot Corners, but nothing comes of it. 6-1 your score as we head to the 6th. Gustafson, Gaspar, and Plow do up against Plow. First pitch is a curveball down on the way to Gustafson as he takes it for a strike, 0-1. 2-seamer up and away, fouled off into the seat just late on that one, 0-2. Slider rope back up the middle, that'll be a base hit as it gets by Roper. Plow at an 0-2 count, but gives up the single to Gustafson as he gets the inning started right. That'll bring up Gaspar, who's 3 for 3 today with 2 homers and a double, 4 RBIs. Fastball down and in, taken for a strike, 0-1 the count. Slider down and in, taken just low, ball 1, 1-1. Fastball down on the way, taken for strike 2, 1-2 the count. Curveball up and in, checked on, taken for a ball, 2-2. 2-seamer away, taken, ball 3. It's a full count now from Plow. Fastball down and in, grounded past Plow up the middle. McClure barehands has to go to first. That'll be 1 out. Gustafson advances to second on the play as Candella's up now with a runner in scoring position. Curveball in the middle of the plate, taken for a strike, 0-1. Good pitch from Plow. Fastball in the middle of the plate. That's hitting deep to right center towards the groundskeeper corner out there. Back at the wall, leaping is Yu. Reach, he mistimed the jump. Candela puts them up 8-1 as it's his first of the season. Moonstars extend their lead on bad pitches by myself. Brings up Hackman, who's 0 for 3 today, looking to join the hit parade. Fastball up, taken for a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is a curveball down and in, rope down the line and foul. 0-2 count now as Plow looks to put him away. 2-seamer low and away of Oliver, but taken for a ball, 1-2. Slider down in the way, roped up the middle. Hackman joins the hit parade as he's now 1 for 4 in the contest. Put him on a Only one down, as that'll bring up the next batter, which is Javier Hautier. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. Fastball down, taken below the knees, ball 1, 1-0. Next pitch is a curveball down, taken for a strike, 1-1 the count. Two-seamer up and away, taken high, 2-1 the count. Fastball up and away, Rope the shortstop, leaping's Roper. He'll make the catch for the second out as Hackman got caught sleeping in a rundown. He is doubled off at first. 2 runs still score, though, on another home run by the Moonstars. Third of the game for them as they extend their lead to 7. Bottom 6, it's Roper, Rogers, and Oliver due up here against Sauter, who's just cruising along at this point. Only 6 hits given up as the first pitch is a fastball to knees for a strike. Next time it's the changeup that misses inside for ball 1. Third pitch hit back up the middle, almost took Sauter's head off as he gets out of the way. Roper gets on to start the inning here for the Hot Corners as they need to start a rally here and fast. Khalil Rogers up now. The rookie's 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit of the contest against the left-handed Sauter. First pitch is a changeup down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Slider on the inside half, ripped out to the right center gap. That's heading away from Wheels. Can he get there? No, he can as it gets down into the gap. Roper thought it was caught, and he'll have to hold up at third, but it is a double for Ross, 2 in scoring position with no outs. That'll bring up Apollo Oliver as Windy Wheels almost ran that ball down in the gap. I thought he had it for sure, but it got over him. For now with runners in scoring position, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Fastball high and outside this time count. Fastball caught the outside half that time, called a strike, 2-1. Fastball inside, 3-1 the count now as Oliver's ahead in the count. It's a fastball in the dirt. 5. Apollo puts him on at first to load up the bases with no outs in the 6th. James due up, 0 for 2 today, 167 average on the season so far. Sauter's first pitch is on the high inside corner for a strike, 0-1, good cutter. That cutter misses high, that to count. Fastball hit up the middle, on the ground to Gaspar, flips to second 1, on to first with it, not in time. Fielder's choice does score a run though, as Hot Corners cut the lead down 8-2. Buck Swiner up now, 0 for 2 today, still looking for his first hit of the contest, feeling a little tense now. First pitch fastball below the knee, 1-0. Chases that one outside, ball strike 1, 1-1. Third pitch popped up in front of the plate, that should be an easy play for Lewis. Boo there, and he'll put it away for an out. That brings up Queen Lafayette, who doubled her last at bat. She's 1 for 2 today, looking to come through here in the clutch for the team. Fastball at the letter is called a strike, 0-1. I thought it was high. That one misses outside, 1-1 the count. Fastball up, rope down the left field line. That's hooking into the corner, and Gustafson can't cut it off as it will get there and near the line. James on his horse, rounding third. He's going to try and score as Lafayette is in safely at second. He will. It's a 2-run double for Queen, and she makes it an 8-4 contest as Arms U is due up. 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit off of Sauter. Sauter hangs a fastball in the middle of the plate, but it goes right to Hautier, who was holding the runner, and that'll be the last out. Hot Corners do get 3 back as they cut the lead in half. It's now 8-4. Top of the 7th we go. Knox, Lewis, and Wheels due up against Plow in his 3rd inning of work. Fastball on the inside half, rope to right and down the line into the corner. It's going to be a base hit for Knox. Bare hands it off the wall and gets it in quickly, and that'll hold him to just a single. That'll bring up Boo Lewis, 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch is a 2-seamer, down and in, called a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in, taken for strike quickly behind. 0-2 count. It's going to be a slider down in the way, rope down the right field line. It's going to get foul, hooked away from everybody. 0-2 still the count. Curveball down and in, checked on by Lewis. He almost went after it. 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in, swung through it, strike 3. Lewis retired on the K by Plow as he gets the first out. That brings up Wheels, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch is a curveball down and in, taken for a strike, 0-1. Slider away, grounded to shortstop in the hole. Roper over for it, goes to first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice. Wheels on with 2 outs now as that'll bring up Luster, who's 0 for 3 today, still looking for his first hit. 2-seamer up and into Lackey is taken inside for ball number 1. That just missed. Fastball down in the way, taken for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Fastball away, taken for strike 2. It's a 1-2 count now as Plow looks to put him away. 2-seamer inside, misses. 2-2 the count. Curveball down, roped up the middle. Mcclure dives, he can't get there as the hit and run was on. Yu gets up throwing to third. It's not going to be in time for Wheels, though, as that'll put runners at the corners with 2 outs. Gustafson due up, and we will take Plow out as he's starting to suffer in the ratings department. 4-run game. We're going to go to Manning here. Lefty versus lefty matchup. He did his job in the first game. Can he do it again? Fastball hit off of Manning's glove. Gustafson doesn't run well, mind you, as Manning will have time to recover and go to first. He will get out of the jam on 1 pitch. 2 hits for the Moonstars, but they can't score off them as hot corners hold them. It's still 8-4 to the bottom of the 7th with Mcclure up against Sauter for the 4th time as he is out there to start the inning. 9 hits and a walk given up on 4 earned runs. Strike at the letters on that fastball. 0-1 as Mcclure is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. Throw for a second pitch is pulled out to left field. He got all of that one as Caleb puts it in the seats. First of the season for the second baseman as the former Crocodon comes through with a clutch at cuts the lead down 8-5 on that bomb into the do it for Sauter here in the contest. I would take him out if I was the manager. Vanessa Copeland due up, singled in her last at bat, made her 1 for 3. They are leaving Sauter out there. I guess they don't have a lot of faith in their bullpen. Vanessa takes a middle for a strike, 0-1. Chased one outside, dribbled back to Sauter. He'll go to first. That's the first out. Guess it was the lefty versus lefty thing. That kind of helped. Roper up now. They're still not taking Sauter out, though, as he's staying out there. First pitch, Roper rips it into left field. That'll hang for Gustafson at the warning track. 2 outs. That brings up Khalil Rogers, lefty v lefty. 1 for 3 today. Doubled in his last at plate appearance. Strike at the knees on the fastball, 0-1. Curveball hit up the middle. That gets past Sauter, but Haudier's there. He'll go to sack first, and that'll retire the side. Hot corners, a solo home run from Mcclure to lead off the inning. 8-5 your score as Manning looks to get them through the 8th. Gaspar, Candela, and Hackman due up for their 5th cuts. Gaspar comes in 3 for 4 today. He had 2 homers and a double with 4 RBIs as he looks to come through again with another extra base hit. Change up down in the way. Skied to center field as he went after it. It was out of the zone. James back a few. He'll put it away. 1 out. That'll bring up Andre Candela, 3 for 4 today with a home run, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs. Hit a homer his last time up. Fastball at the letters called a strike, 0-1. Curveball inside, roped into the left center gap. That's going to chase the fielders over there. They're not going to get to it as it's going to 1-hop to the wall. James gets it in the gap and gets it in, but it'll be a double for Candela, his third hit of the afternoon. That'll bring up Hackman, 1 for 4 today with the single. First pitch is a fastball down and in, taken on the check swing for a strike, 0-1. Curveball down in the way, taken for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Change up down in the way, rope to left field, leaping his Roper, he can't get there. Swiner charges, it can't cut it off, as that'll be a single for Hackman, his 2nd hit of the day. Runners at the corners now with 1 out here in the 8th as Haudier due up. Singled and walked in his trips to the plate today. He's 1 for 3. And away, rope to shortstop. That'll get down for a base hit. Swiner comes up throwing, but it ain't going to do anything. Run scores. It's now 9-5 as the hot corners give back the lead. Archibald Knox due up now, 3 for 4 today with 3 singles and an RBI. Curveball down and in, roped up the middle, past Mcclure. That'll be a base hit. James has to come up throwing for third to get the out. Does not get it, and now with 1 out. Brings up Lewis, 1 for 4 today. Singled in his last plate appearance. See if he can come through with the bases loaded here. Change up taken outside for ball number 1. Manning needs to get out of this jam. Fastball up and in, taken, strike 1. Curveball down and in, taken, ball 2, 2-1. Fastball down and in that time, ripped up the middle. That'll get down for another base hit. Second run's going to try and score, but James's throw will hold him at third. It's now 10-5. Hot corners are letting it slip away again as Wheels comes up now. He's 2 for 4. Change up away, taken for ball number 1, 1-0. Curveball down and in, misses in the dirt, 2-0. Here we go again, folks. Fastball down the middle, fouled off, 2-1. Change it down in the way, called a strike. It's a 2-2 count now. Fastball up and away, pop down the left in a horrible position as Swiner's going to slide. He can't get there. That gets by him. That's going to score all the runners as Wheels is going to have a triple. Throw to third is not in time. 3 runs come across to score on the perfectly placed fly. And the Moonstars now lead 13-5. I'm just going to bean Luster because I don't care anymore. Night-night. I'm done. Runners at the corners now. Manning's coming out. Aziz is the only rested reliever we have left. Fastball down, called his ball to Gustafson, 1-0. Forkball up and in, taken for a strike, 1-1 now. Curveball down and in, taken, 2-1. Fastball down and away, ripped on the ground, diving is Roper. He's going to go to just in time to get Gustafson, but the run scores. It's 14-5. Gaspar up now. Blew out his last time up at the beginning of this inning. Fastball down, ball 1. Forkball called a strike, 1-1. Curveball down, rope to left field. That'll get into the corner. Run's going to come around to score from second. Now he's just a triple shy of the cycle. It's 15-5. Brings up Candela, 4 for 5 today. He's a triple shy of the cycle. First pitch fastball in the dirt. Fastball ripped up the middle. That's another base hit. First and second now with 2 outs as the inning just keeps going. It doesn't end. Hackman up now, 2 for 5, 2 singles. Inside forkball called a strike, 0-1. Fastball down and away called a strike, 0-2. Curveball up and away, popped up to first. Lafayette barely moves, puts it away for the 3rd out. Innings, but 7 runs score, and the Hot Corners have no shot of winning this. It's 15-5 to the bottom of the 8th. Oliver due up to lead off against Sauter. Takes a cutter inside, ball 1. Cutter down, 2-0. Third pitch hit lined right to the second baseman. Haudier drops it. That's an error on the second baseman as Oliver will reach base, lead off the inning. James up now, 0 for 3 on a fielder's choice RBI last time up. Looking to get a hit against Sauter. First pitch fastball, rope to field. That'll drop in front of Luster for a base hit. Runners at first and second now with no outs. Brings up Swiner. Sauter still out there, not going to the bullpen as they're up by 10 runs. Fastball up and in, taken ball number 1. Fastball caught the zone that time, same location, 1-1. Second pitch swung through by Swiner, 1-2. Fourth pitch lined to right field, that'll drop for a base hit. That'll keep the inning going. Now loaded up as Swiner gets his first hit of the season. That brings up Lafayette, 2 for 3 today with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs as Sauter is finally taken out after giving up his 12th hit of the contest. Relief pitcher Lucy Finnegan's, I'm assuming she's their worst one that they have, is a C overall. Is coming in to pitch. She is a right-hander. It's her first appearance of the season. Lafayette has 2 doubles today and 2 RBIs, looking to come through again. First pitch misses way outside on the fastball, 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1 the count now. Fastball hit hard up the middle. Haudier backhand, second 1. On to first, it's a double play. Run scores on the hill. No RBI, it's 15-6. Now arms you up. Still looking for his first hit as he takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Next pitch hit up the middle, that's his first hit. He'll drive in the run on the RBI single. 15-7 now as the Hot Corners get 2 back. Imagine if those 7 runs didn't score, it'd be 8-7 right now. Mcclure up now, 4 for 4 today, 3 singles and a double. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Takes a slider at the knees, 0-1. Slider at the knees, rope back up the middle, make him 5 for 5. As Yu is going to fake the throw out from Wheels. Runners will be at first and second now with 2 outs as the inning continues. Copeland up now, grounded out to the pitcher her last time up. She's 1 for 4. First pitch fastball popped in the right field. This should be end the inning as Haudier's over for it. He'll put it away, and that's the 3rd out. Hot Corners get 2 back, but it's still 15-7. 5, 6, and 7 to face the Baziz in the 9th. Haudier up first. Fastball swung through 0-1. Next pitch fastball down and in, taken for ball number 1, 1-1. Curveball up and in, roped out to right center field, hit pretty well. That's heading towards the high wall. It is off the top of that wall as James can knock it down and gets it in. It's an RB leadoff double for Haudier as he's in scoring position to start the inning. As Knox up now, 4 for 5 today, 4 single. BI takes a curveball at the knees, 0-1. Forkball misses below the knees, ball 1, 1-1. Forkball up and in, taken, 2-1 the count. Fastball down and away, taken for a strike, 2-2 the count. Curveball up and in, checked on, taken, full count now. Fastball roped into right field, Yu back for it. He'll put it away on the warning track for the 1st out. Runners tagging for 3rd, cutoff man gets it in. It's not in time though. Runner 90 feet away now as Boo Lewis is up 2 for 5 today. Singled his last 2 times up. Drove in a run, I believe, in his last appearance. Fork ball down, rope to right center field. That's going to be extra bases as it gets all the way to the wall. That run will score. It's now 16-7 as him at second with a double. Windy Wheels up now, 3 for 5. Tripled in 3 runs in his last appearance. Fastball rope between short and third. That'll get by the fielders as Swiner will get it in, but he can't do anything about it. It's first and third now with 1 out, and that'll bring up Lackey Luster, 1 for 4 today. Fastball down, rope to second, right over Mcclure's head. I thought he could get there. That's going to get in the gap. Wheels is on his horse. He's going to score all the way from first as Hughes just getting to it. Throw in will not be in time as Luster triples him in. It's now 18-7. First pitch fastball from Hughes. Rope to left center field by Gustafson. That's going to be a home run. It's now 20-7. Moonstars pulling away. It's his first of the year for Gustafson. Aziz is done. We got to go to Carlito. First pitch fastball, rope to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Gustafson keeps the game alive with 1 out as that'll bring up Candela. Triple shy of the cycle. Takes a curveball at the knees. Below it, 1-0. Fastball fouled off, 0-1. Changeup up and in, rope back up the middle, almost took Carr's head off. That'll be another single as the inning keeps going. That'll bring up Hackman. He's 2 for 6 today with 2 singles. Fastball inside, taken for a strike, 0-1. Slider down in the way, taken ball number 1, 1-1. Slider down, taken below the knees, 2-1. Fastball up and away, taken for a strike, full 2-2 count now. Curveball away, rope to first. Lafayette dives. She can't get there. It's another base hit. 3 straight hits given up by Carr since entering out of the bullpen. Load the bases back up for Haudier. He's 3 for 5. Rope to left. That's going to be another single. His 4th hit of the day. It's now 21-7 as we just can't get a fucking out. Come on. Give me a fucking break, you cheating game. Fastball up and in, called a strike. 0-1. Change up down, 1-1 the count now. Slider in, taken for a strike. It's 1-2. Change up and away, fouled off as Knox stays alive. Fastball down, taken low, 2-2. Curveball middle of the plate, popped up on the infield. Mcclure gets there for the infield fly. Puts it away for the 2nd out. Brings up Boo Lewis, 3 for 6 today. Fastball up, taken for a ball, 1-0. Fastball down, taken for a strike, 1-1. Slider away, rope to center field. Back on it, James. He runs it down on the warning track, and that'll end the inning. Moonstars push across 6 more runs. They have 34 total hits. It's 21-7. This is single-handedly the worst game we've ever played in the franchise in all 4 seasons. Roper, Rogers, and Oliver, the last 3 batters against Finnegan's. See what the Hot Corners can do. Fastball high, taken, ball 1. Low, 2-1. 2-0 the count now. Low, ball 3. Finnegan's loses the zone. Fastball there for a strike, 3-1. Fastball there again, full count. Curveball, fisted to center. That'll wheels for a base hit. Rogers up now, takes a fastball above the zone, ball 1. Curveball rope to center, right to Wheels, 1 out. That'll bring up Oliver, 0 for 3 today with a walk. Fastball misses inside, ball 1. Strike the letters, 1-1. Fastball roped hard to short. Gaspar flips to second 1 on to first. 6-4-3 double play ends the game. Hot Corners get absolutely demolished, 21-7. Hatter gave up 8 of those runs. No, she gave up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those runs. Rest went to the bullpen. Hot Corners got 5 off of, or 7 off of Sauter. 5. The other 2 runs were unearned. They were made on after an error was caused. But Oliver was 0 for 4, got on base via the walk. Everyone else got at least 1 hit. Mcclure went yard. Everyone in their lineup got at least 2 hits. 3 of them got 4 hits, 1 got 5, and 1 got 6. And all of them batted at least 5 times. 4 home runs given up, 1 to Gustafson, 1 to Candela, 2 to Caspar. 5 RBIs for Gaspar, 3 for Gustafson, 2 for Candela, 2 for Haudier, 1 for Knox, 2 for Lewis, 4 for Wills, 2 for Luster. Sauter goes 7+ innings of work, gives up 12 hits, a walk, 5 earned runs. Finnegan's goes 2 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs given up because, of course, you know, once we hit the ball hard against her, it just went right to fielders. I don't even want to look at this pitching lineup, but I have to. Hatter goes 4 2/3, 12 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 homers given up. Plow goes 2 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and it gave up a home run. Nanning went 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 7 earned runs. Hit a batter on purpose because I didn't care anymore. DeBaziz goes an inning plus, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 homer given up. And Carr recorded the last 2 outs of the game, giving up 4 hits and an earned run in the process. Safe to say, Carr will not be making the start in Game 3. I will let Hassan Hester start in his stead, and he will be on game number 4 to try and rest him for that game. And I have the only rested bullpen arm I have is Troy Harrison, so we're going to have to make a move here to bring in a reliever. First, let's sim these other computer games, as we now hold the worst run differential in the league at -15. We're 0-2 again for the 2nd straight year to start. It's not looking good. It doesn't look like we're going to defend anything. We're just going to, you know, shit the bed once again and miss the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. I don't even care about the rest of these games, honestly. We're 2.5 back. The only team worse than us is the Wild Pigs at 0-3. So I guess that... Of course we got the Moose next. They're 3-0. Okay. Hester will draw the rubber as I'm making a move. Let's have a look. Milo Mack replaces Hugs Level on the wide votes. Decent upgrade there. Nothing too serious, of course. Gutterson is going to the Sawteeth. He's replacing Kira Nutmeg. Good for Keg. I like to see him improve. Copeland loses some fielding. Well, that's not a good sign. We just got her. She's already regressing. That's awesome. Swiner gains some speed as he underwent some food poisoning. That's nice. Let's go to the free agent market here. We got to pick up a reliever. Let's go with Marzo. I like his stats. I mean, yes, he's the oldest one, but you know what? Actually, you know what? I need a closer. I hate 2-pitch closers, though, damn it. I can't do it. I gotta go reliever. We are gonna go with... Let's go with Christian... No... We need a righty, yeah. Let's go Binky Stevens. He's going to replace DeBaziz. Sorry, Lou. I wanted to develop you, but guess what? We're losing. And I need an upgrade in the bullpen now. So, there we go. That sounds like a good idea. So, Stevens joins the team. Improves our bullpen rating a little bit more, as it's about average now. I think we're like in the 45 to 50 range on that scale. Let's take a look at these player development traits, see if we can do anything. I'm guessing that was for DeBaziz, and now it's gone. Oh well. I don't like that one. I don't want to risk that one, so I'm gonna pass. This one's a bad one, so I'm gonna pass. Only one in danger of expiring is this one. I like to get this one for James, maybe improve his power a little bit, but I want to build up some more funds. It's not over 10% yet, so I'm willing to risk that it disappears next time because I don't think it will. So I'm going to wait on this one. I'll get it next time out, I think. But yeah, so there's the first 2 games of the season. We lose both. Let's take a look at the recap here from the schedule. We lost an extra innings contest in 10 innings, 4-3, thanks to Harrison. Then in our second game, we got absolutely demolished by the Moonstars, 21-7, as their offense looks very, very good. Third outing, we'll have rookie Hassan Hester take on the Moose and Flax Church. So that'll be what will kick off the next episode here as the Hot Corners look to rebound after another 0-2 start. Hopefully we can do that and not look like fools. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Nasty Ones, signing off.